Hello everyone. So with exams approaching, we are happy, confused, scared and all of it together. And to top it, this is the first time we are going to write a professional exam and it's so different than writing a class 11, 12 or a BCom exam. So I'm just going to discuss a few pointers that you should keep in mind while you're writing the exams. Keep in mind, watch the video, don't just watch the video, keep the pointers in mind so that you implement them when you're actually writing your exams. So what are these points that I want you to keep in mind? First of all, read your paper thoroughly. Before you actually start writing your paper, before you start answering, you should read it. If needed, maybe multiple readings, not just one, maybe twice, 3 times. Read the question paper properly. By the time you decide to write the paper, you should be very sure about which questions you want to write. Every time you start a new answer, it should be from a fresh page. So let's say you are writing question number 1. So it should be from a new page. This much space is left. Oh my God, let me utilize this. Let me write answer number 1 here only. No. So you started with a fresh page. Very carefully you write answer number this and then you start writing your answers. So be careful, start every new answer with a fresh page or from a fresh page, right? Then if let's say you are attempting question 3 first and question 3 has 2 subdivisions, question 3A, 3B, make sure you write both the answers together. Don't write question 3A, then question 1B, then you go to question 2A. No. Right? If you are writing answer 3, write all of the answers, that sub-classifications of the question at one place together. Right? Many of you, section numbers, we remember. Some of us are amazingly, awesomely good at this. I can remember all the section numbers. Numbers are just, like it's like this. And some of us, we want to write it because, oh my God, it's a law paper. Writing a section, if you remember, it's a very good thing. You should definitely do. But you don't even know the section number, or you had tried to learn it, but you somehow mixed it up. And so you have written just any random section number that you remember. Oh, please don't do that. You don't remember the section number, you don't write it. You remember, you write. You don't remember, you don't write. You just ignore the section number. And they will not say -5 because no section number was given. They will never say that. Okay. So, better not to write a section number rather than writing a wrong section number. Take care of your provisions and conclusions. See, I've already told you, when you write a practical answer, it has to be in 3 paragraphs. Provision, relate to the provision, and conclusion. Make sure, obviously you have to write the entire answer properly. But see, the facts, the second paragraph, that's not that very crucial. You can write it in any way you want. You're copying the question, a part of the question, connecting it. So it's a very easy thing. But when it comes to provision and conclusion, that's a very, very important part. And while you are writing that provision and conclusion, you should be very careful. So be very careful with your provision and conclusion. It should be crisp. It should be neat presentation. Don't do scratching and all. I'm not saying, it's not a writing test. So, but still, please, because if it's not in a readable state, how will the examiner read your answer? If it's a key point, you can actually underline the keywords. Don't use a different color pen. You are supposed to write with black. You use a black color pen only, or you use a pencil to underline. Don't use red, green. No. Right? As you had done maybe in the class notes. Don't do that. So, take care of your provision and conclusion paragraph. I already told you it's not a linguistic test. It's not a writing test. It's absolutely okay if you write a very vernacularly low English, a layman English you write. It's absolutely okay. Because as I told you, it's not a linguistic test. But make sure that if there are any technical words, don't miss out on them. The contract is voidable. Instead of writing voidable, you are writing contract is not valid. That's not appropriate. If it is voidable, you should write the contract is voidable. So make sure you have the technical words, irrespective of the language. That doesn't really make a difference. But the technical words should be there in your answer. Take care, as I told you, of the presentation. One last thing that I want you to please understand. We already know some questions may be classified into different parts. I mean, they may divide the question into different parts and give you the question. Now, this question will have, the provision will also have points. So, when the provision have points, make sure that question is A and B, no? Please in your provision don't write A and B. Ma'am, what's the problem if I write A and B? There is no problem at all. But here also you will write A and B. Then here also you will write A and B. It could be a little confusing, right? It could be a little confusing. So if your question is given as A and B, your conclusion has to have A and B, right? Your conclusion has to have A and B. So when you are writing the provision, instead of writing A and B in the provision, please kindly write 1, 2, 3. On the other hand, if the question has subdivision 1, 2, 3, in that case, in your answer, write A, B like this. So make sure, otherwise it would be a little confusing. Here also A, B, here also A, B. That could be a little confusing. Just remember, have faith in yourself. You have put in a lot of efforts and now it's time for you to bear the fruits of the efforts. And you will definitely do bear those fruits of the efforts that you have put in. Happy learning and stay motivated.